Hi there, and welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where here we come together for courageous conversations to learn the tools, the skill sets, the mindset, to live the life that you deserve, and to achieve the goals that you have. I love reading your comments, seeing your engagement with each other, hearing about each episode and what it's done for you or what your breakthroughs out loud were. Keep commenting. I love it. In this episode, we're going to talk about something really important. I got a question, Lisa. How do I keep the momentum going on my goals? All right, so we set all of these robust goals. Oh, my New Year's resolution is, I think, the most popular thing, the most popular conversation for the first 7 days of any new year are New Year's resolution. I've heard so many sentences that begin with, this year I'm going to, I'm super committed to, you know what? By June, I'm going to have this done. And then when you get to around March, April, all of a sudden we start petering out. So I love this question. How do I keep my momentum going on my goals? So I'm going to give you 4 things to do. Write this down. Number 1, set a very clear by-when date. But to make sure that your by-when date is gracious and realistic. Your goal is designed to stretch you, not stress you. Let me say that again. Your goal is designed to stretch you, not stress you. And many times when you're feeling stressed by a goal, it's because, now it's not always this case, but many times it's because of an unrealistic timeline. So what I love to do with my team at Motivating the Masses is I love to ask, by when will you have that done? And if they say, I can have it done by the 15th, I say, great, get it to me by the 20th. Unless we're in a time crunch and I can't say that, I love to add a cushion of about 5 to 10. I've even added a cushion of 15 days to a goal, because then you want to go, oh, I could do that. You want to set a goal that stretches you, but your energy is, oh, I can do that. And so that's number 1. Set realistic timeline, a by-when date. Number 2, you want to set milestones. The goal that you set 3 months ago, did you set milestones that you could sit and look at and be with to let you know that you're on the right target, that you're on path? And if you're off path, it can let you know. Such as, if one of your goals, the New Year's resolution of all times, was to lose 25 pounds, right? Inside of 4 months. Then if that's the case, how many pounds will you lose every 2 weeks? How many pounds should you be at in 30 days? So that you can see if you're on target or off target, and then give yourself permission to redesign the goal. Oftentimes we let our goals sit in mold, like we don't let the goal move. In reality, that goal has some movement. So while you want your goal to be solid, you don't want it to be so rigid that you can't adjust. I'd rather hit an adjusted goal than not hit the goal at all because I just fell off the wagon. So number 1 is to set a by-when date, and to literally be committed to that date being a date of grace and ease. And number 2 is to set milestone goals so you know that you're on the right path. How do you keep the momentum? Number 3, you get an accountability community. I did not say accountability partner. I said an accountability community. The ideal size, just so you know, of an accountability community is 9 people. That's the ideal size. Why? Because if as many as 5 fall off, you still have 4 engines running. So I want to invite you to get people who are going in your same direction. They don't have to have your same goal. They're just going in the same direction. And if you don't know where to find those individuals, what I love about the Motivating the Masses tribe is that those who are students, now it's different to be in the tribe than to be a student. Our students have been on our campus, virtual campus. They've learned from us. They've come to conferences. They've purchased the videos. They've been in the homework. Their engines are already going because they know that this is a high action community. So If you already know that, then you know, raise your hand and say, I'm looking for an accountability community. We're looking for 7 people who wants to be in an accountability community for the next 6 months. Ask that question and ask it again and again. Don't just post it one time, post it multiple times. Now, if you're new to this community, know that our students live inside our general population, but they're also inside of our program communities. Almost every program that I offer comes with its own private Facebook community. People are more active in those private Facebook communities. You have far fewer people, but they're like 5 times more active than the general population. So you want to get into a community of active people and then form your accountability community within that tribe. And finally, how do you keep momentum going towards your goals? Focus on the result in your life that will be created versus the process to get there. How does life look differently? You need to visualize it. So I would say I finalize everything with cap it with guided visualizations. I am a visualization fanatic. I do it unconsciously. I do it in the airport. I do it on the airplane. I do it all the time sitting in my bed. I do it in the tub. I do it in the shower. I do it while I'm putting my makeup on. I visualize what does it look like when I get there. I don't necessarily spend my energy on how to get there. I want to get attached. You want to get energetically attached to the result and the outcome. What it feels like when I am 25 pounds lighter. What does it look like? What do I walk like? How active am I? What does it look like when I have more than enough in my bank account? Let me pick a number. Let me visualize a number, very detailed. How does life look differently? Not just with toys and bells and whistles, but what does the grace and ease feel like? What can I do differently for my mom? What can I do for my son? What can I do for my dad? What does it look like being in a loving, fruitful relationship? How will I feel getting up? So you want to sit inside the outcome. Feel it energetically. Energy grows where energy goes. So don't spend all your energy thinking about how to get there. Invest your energy in what it feels like once you've arrived and then back into the process. So that's at least how I keep my momentum going. And it's worked for me for quite some time. So I invite you to adopt any one or all of these techniques. Remember, this show is not just about a monologue. This is a dialogue. This is a delicious conversation of how do we touch the best version of ourselves. In this tribe, we're not looking at how do you get to your 50% or your 80%. We're looking at how do you touch your 100. I love your ahas. I love your breakthroughs. I love your BOLs, breakthrough out loud. What aha did you get from this episode? What did you need to hear? What goal, what intention had you set a while ago that you began to slow down on? What's the 1, 2, or 3 things you can pick up from this episode that can get you back in the saddle, get you back on the wagon, and get you back going towards your greatest future ever, living inside your intention and your goals? What did you hear that you needed to hear? What did you hear that you already knew, but you forgot that you knew? And it was a great reminder. This is your home, and we are your tribe. So I invite you to comment and subscribe. And every time you come back, we're going to say, welcome home. Because I'm your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And though I can end my videos in many different ways, I choose to end it each time by letting you know that I believe in you and that I love you, because I do. I'll see you soon.